Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions today. This is part 3 of the content creator relationship with subscriber series. Today we're going to talk about another dynamic that involves the content creator with subscriber, and it involves the getting to know phase. So basically the content creator getting to know the subscriber, and then also the subscriber getting to know the content creator. So first thing I like to talk about as it involves the content creator and subscriber getting to know each other, the first thing you have to understand that affects that is the consistency or the frequency of uploads, the frequency of content. One of the quickest ways for a content creator to build a subscriber base is to do a lot of content that can reach a lot of viewers, a lot of eyes. The more content that you put out daily will definitely put you into the algorithm, and the algorithm will allow you to reach a lot more people. So the frequency that you upload content will allow the viewer to be more engaged into the variety of content that you pretty much create or stream or upload on a daily basis. The more content that you are able to make, it allows the viewer, who is from a one-sided perspective, particularly in a parasocial relationship, to connect with you, to develop thoughts about you, to develop a perspective about you. And also it fuels the need of that content, that subscriber, to be connected in a way that makes them feel like you know them or they know you. It allows the content creator to be emotionally invested and also to be financially invested into you, and to anticipate your next upload, to anticipate your next premiere, to anticipate your next live stream. The frequency itself can also in many ways encourage the viewer to plan around your content, particularly if you are posting it in a way that they know your schedule, knowing when you're going to post a premiere. You're basically, in many ways, marketing that particular content or that video, so they know ahead of time that you're going live, and they can actually prepare for it, or they'll also make sure that they clear their schedule so that they can see you for whatever amount of time that video will post. Also with that, as you create more and more content, the viewer themselves can also review previous content and look at an array of or a variety of content that you have posted. As they learn more about you, they connect the dots as to how you came up with the topics, the research that you've done, your hosting style, your video style, your communication style. They begin to learn and study you as an individual, study you as a content creator. And all of that in itself allows the viewer to particularly connect with that content creator. So one of the other things we want to look at is that the emotional investment, the connectivity, the ability of being more comfortable with you. All of those particular things are interchangeable as that content is constantly being posted day by day. The more content they see, the more comfortable the viewer may gain more comfort in responding to or leaving comments in the comment section, feeling more comfortable just interacting with you based on the amount of interaction that you allow. I also would like to also establish that there are content creators who don't go live. There are content creators who don't create and post premieres. There are some content creators who in some way want to limit that more direct interaction by strictly participating in uploads and responding to comments in the comment section. Now, this can be pretty tricky because as you grow and your content subscriber base increases, you're probably going to gain more and more comments. And the more comments that you have, the more difficult it is to answer everybody's comments. And in many situations, I've seen content creators. Do shows that review comments in the comment section. I've seen content creators who would do live streams responding to content, and they use the comment section or the comments that were given as a means of creating more content. And also, I think it's very smart in that respect because it allows the content creator to basically put subscribers or viewers in the spotlight, highlighting questions, highlighting comments, and giving their perspective. Now, to the viewer, this is, to me, in my position, just looking at it as a viewer, because I've been on both sides of that as a subscriber and a content creator, the viewer feels more connected. They feel like this person is paying attention to me, and the fact that the content creator, based on how they view their comments, values their opinion, whether they agree or disagree. Now, depending on how long a person has created content, whether it's 6 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, the more you create content, the older your channel is, the more that you engage in a variety of content, the more comfortable older viewers will become in interacting with you. The more comfortable they are to ask you questions, the more comfortable they will be in engaging or even challenging you per se. All of these different things, whether it's from a positive or a negative manner, that viewer feels like they know you. And the viewer is not necessarily, or they are unable to, I would say. The viewer is unable to, and doesn't really have a vested interest in departmentalizing you as a person versus the content creator. The viewer in many situations think the content creator is a reflection of that person in real life. And in many situations that may be the case, but in most situations that may not be the case. There are many situations where people want to get more personable with you, know things about your private life, what do you do for a living, what is your educational background, or dating, what hobbies you have. And some of these things are not necessarily relevant to the content that you're creating. Last thing I like to talk about as we look at comfortability, as we look at how the content creator connects with the viewer and the viewer continuously becomes more comfortable in connecting to the content creator, is the access that is given. And I think this is very, very critical in that process, because the more access that you give a viewer, they are going to accept and take advantage of that particular that access. And when I talk about access, I'm talking about accessing them through email. Some content creators have a channel email. They may have a community wall where you can basically communicate with them through a community wall instead of uploading videos. Some particular content creators have call-in shows where you can actually call in and directly connect audio from an audio standpoint with that particular content creator. Also, various content creators, in promoting their channels, they utilize other social media platforms in which you can use to connect to them, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok, and also Instagram. And in some of those particular platforms, there is a phone call mechanism that you can actually contact someone and talk to them through audio means. Or there may be situations, particularly if they have engaged in you over time, they may use that platform to look at you visually through streaming or through FaceTime or whatever different mechanism that is available. But I like to also establish the fact that the likelihood of a content creator wanting to engage with you is all based on the overall engagement, particularly how they feel about you and how you feel about them. And then once it gets to that point, if the content creator feels comfortable, it kind of blurs the line of the parasocial relationship, because at some point, depending on how well this person communicates with you or connects with you, the content creator begins to drift away from the perspective of not being cognizant of who you are to basically learning more about you and being probably more emotionally invested in separating you from regular viewers and valuing your opinion, or value what you say, looking for you to come into the chat, looking for you to comment on their videos. And so then that particular content creator will then be more closely connected to that particular viewer that they communicate with. In many sectors that are on YouTube, this can present a problem. There have been multiple scandals and other different conflicts and beefs that have come about due to a content creator opening themselves to a subscriber or another content creator or someone else, in which they become personable. They share emails, they share text messages, pictures, and etc. Or they even decide to meet up for whatever reasons. And some of these particular relationships can become romantic, or some of these relationships can be a close platonic bond in which they see themselves as being real friends, or they are associates, or whatever they would like to label it, but they continuously communicate daily and they develop some level of trust. I also would like to talk about some of the works that are discussed that I have read, such as The Attributes and Personality of YouTubers by a person by the name of Rasmussen, who actually did a paper on this, some research on this that kind of talks about, particularly with YouTube, as far as the content creator themselves, their personality, their particular attributes, and how the subscriber views that and is connected to them based on that. Also, and the effectiveness of YouTube celebrities. So this particular paper that was also written, if you want to check it out again, it's The Examination of Relationship Building and the Effectiveness of YouTube Celebrities. It primarily focuses on more of the more successful YouTubers who have several hundred, 500,000 or more, 100,000 plus, and how they connect and what are those attributes that those large followings, as far as what they see and how they view the content creator in themselves. I like, for those that for your own leisure would like to go look up those particular works, you're more than happy to do so. Now, once again, guys, this particular video itself is more about characterizing that steady growth and that development as it involves the content creator towards the subscriber, and the subscriber towards the content creator as it involves information, the repetitiveness, or the constant flow of uploads and videos and content that fuels the thirst of a viewer to get to know you, and also the response that the content creator gives back to the subscriber or viewer. So with that being said, guys, this is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. Have a great day.